Well, folks, welcome to one more edition of Politics and Random. Egberto Will is your host. Thank you so kindly for being a part of the show. We are going to have a great show for you today. And later on, of course, we're going to be doing another show for when the election starts to tabulate with KPFT. So remember to get right back here because we are going to be online again with KPFT 90.1 FM Houston, Texas. But anyhow, it's today. We are here. It has occurred. Suzanne Fauch, welcome aboard. Rod Valencia, welcome aboard. Neil Leon, welcome aboard. I am very positive, people. I feel fine. I feel resilient. I feel like there is something good about to happen. I am not really concerned because for me to be concerned, Bridge MCP, hola, ¿cómo estás? For me to be concerned, we would be talking about a fundamental change in this country going forward. And I don't think this country is ready for that. I don't think that's what this country is all about. So what I have to tell everybody is positive affirmations. I think we are going to have those people who believe that we need a change. I think we are going to have a very good night. I know right now everybody is pins and needles. I believe in the scientific nature, the statistical nature of polls. So I am convinced that barring that they are not successful in doing what they attempted to do, that we are going to have a very, very good night. That is what I think. John Cotter, hello, my friend. How you doing, my brother? Norman Reynolds, how you doing? Michael Rudnin, welcome aboard. Bridge MCP. Look, I am very, very positive it's going to happen. I am very, very positive it's going to happen. I'm so positive I didn't even bring, I had one video set out and I decided to leave the video alone because I think, we just need to talk about what are we going to do going forward. So I decided to say, what is the program going to be about today? Welcome aboard, Dennis McLaughlin. Welcome aboard, Trish Robinson. How you doing? I haven't heard from you in a long time, young lady. Hope all's fine. Look, positive affirmations. Everything that I'm hearing so far in the field, what I've been hearing out of Florida is that the catch-up is not going to be catch-up enough. What I'm hearing out of Michigan is that the catch-up in Michigan, it's not going to be enough. Brother Trump is talking about this big red wave. I don't know. I don't see it happening. Will Texas turn blue? Texas could turn blue. Here's the thing about Texas. We just have never seen, Raynard Blake, peace, my brother. We have never seen voting like this in Texas. We've always said Texas is a non-voting state. Alex AR, welcome aboard. Don't be nervous, Trish. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. We are going in and affirming success. That's what we're going to do. We're affirming success. So right now I have so much to do. I've been taking nerve-wracking off of my mind. Mary Carelli, welcome aboard. Biden Harris, yes. Raynard Blake, yes. Yes. I am thinking. The polls tell us that from a popular vote, it's going to be beautiful. The states that are the battleground states say that they are all close. To be able to say that you are going to win this all with a pandemic and with what people deep in their hearts know about this guy, I simply cannot see it. And I always put a caveat on some of my words, right? And the only caveat is this. If somehow, some magical way, enough people vote for Trump than we think should be possible or anything of that nature, let me tell you what it means. It means this country has a fatality and that is there's a word there that came to me and just kind of left the brain. It means that we as a country have a big, big problem. And likely having another 4 years of Trump would materially change who we are, not only as a country as seen externally. I'm telling you, I'm originally from somewhere else, and I can tell you the rest of the world are nail biting right now. They want to see if we can make the same mistake again or atone for what we did. Again, that is really what's going on around the world. Will we do that again? Will these people that we look up to, will these smart Americans do this again? Will they put upon the world a guy like this again? If we do that, and for all of those that put themselves in knots to find a way to support this guy, I have a lot of friends that do that. I have very few relatives that do that. They've forgotten everything they've learned. They've forgotten all about who they are. They've forgotten everything that they've ever said to support this guy. I have a lot more faith in Americans than that. Back in Panama, before we came here, the views that we had of the United States of America were amazing, right? We knew about the problems in America. We knew about the racial problems. We knew about the sexism. We knew about all these things. Alan Cat tweets, thank you so kindly for your super chat. Thank you for all your hard work this year. Thank you very much, Alien Cat tweets for your super chat. It's very much appreciated. Let me tell you, the rest of the world, that's where I was. The rest of the world. They look at us, and I'm talking about now of myself before on my travails to America. I remember coming here and thinking, wow, I'm here to the land of the free, the place of opportunity. We know all the bad things about America, but the one good thing about America that we always knew is that America was a place that changed. America was a place that if you busted your butt, you could make it America. And we always know there's always charlatanes, right? In every country you have charlatanes. Guys that had the silver spoon in their mouth and they know nothing, they do nothing, but they were able to succeed. But they're foreign in between. But Donald Trump made an art of that, right? He made an art of that. So those of us, and Norman Reynolds, another brother of mine out here, on the thing, he came to America as well. A lot of us came here because of what America represented. And we came at a time when we were near the top and when that change was occurring. So we came when the downslide came. I came in 1979, election of Ronald Reagan. Somebody that when I remember the way Ronald Reagan spoke and all of that, it actually touched me too. I didn't vote for him. I couldn't vote then. But I mean, you know, it was the words over the reality. And as you get educated, as you got more intelligent, as you develop more intellect, everything that the Paul Manifesto want to make sure you never, ever, ever get intellect. You know, that's why I always talk about those of the people that are continuously bending themselves in knots to vote for Donald Trump. Two types. The ones who are using Donald Trump to get ahead, and those who are simply blinded by the words, convinced by the words, because they never got a chance to civically engage, because they never got a chance to get to the point where it doesn't work on them. And in being here, 1979, and learning, coming down, and watching the decline from the time of supply side economics, and saying, oh my God, when I remember learning Economics 101 and listening to Ronald Reagan and finally saying, oh, how could this be? How can people believe this? This is not possible. And then after Ronald Reagan, we get Bush 1. And Bush 1 says, yeah, the voodoo economics I am going to fix. I'm going to fix voodoo economics. I'm going to raise taxes. He paid the price for that. But I'm going to raise taxes. I'm going to try to put a little bit of sense into this. And then came the great triangulator, Brother Clinton. And Clinton did good as best he knew how in his triangulating manner, but still Reaganomics reigned. And then Bush came and put it back on steroids. And then President Obama came, and within the constructs of a party that held his hands, a party that enchained him, he did the best he could. But he got one big program done, the Affordable Care Act. Not the way we wanted it. I mean, it still did a lot for the corporations and a little bit and a lot less for the people, but it was a start. It was a start. And it was a start to be built on. If you'll see some of the stuff that many of us bloggers written on with the Affordable Care Act and all these things, we said, great, at first we said we were not going to support the Affordable Care Act if it didn't have the public option, because we knew the public option was the way we were going to get to show that the only way affordable health care can work is if you take the profit motive out of paying a bill. We knew that. We knew that those Democratic senators and others were being snowed. We knew it, but we did it one step at a time. Yes, Trish, you should tell your story anytime, all the time. In fact, anytime you want to come on and tell your story, please do. But Donald Trump came in. Donald Trump came in and pushed us right back in by weakening the Affordable Care Act, by doing the same things that the Affordable Care Act attempted to cure, by allowing that 364-day trick that was allowed in the Affordable Care Act to start selling junk insurance again. And rightfully Biden says, you elect me. You elect me. And those things are gone. You elect me, and I'll put the public option in. You know, you guys who follow politics done right know I am a strict Medicare for all person, because that is the only solution. It's the default solution to take thievery out of paying for health care. It's the only solution. But we can't all do that alone. Or nobody is an island. And it is on us to convince others to do things differently. We have to make the case. We have not. You know, a lot of people say, oh, they're not doing that, so let's just pick up our marbles and run. They're stupid. No, they're not stupid. They're unconvinced. The Trump supporter is not stupid. He's unconvinced. He's unconvinced. So, what we have now, and what we were supposed to show clearly, what the intent of the Biden campaign was supposed to be, was that transition between giving people something that they're comfortable with because of what they've done before and leading them to the light. And I don't want to sound presumptuous by saying that. It is not at all being presumptuous. In fact, it is saying that we failed. Progressives failed in the campaign to properly make the case, not just to Democrats, because we can't win an election just with Democrats. We have to win elections with the masses. And that is where we failed. I mean, sometimes we fail because our idealism, if somebody thinks a little bit more different, we take them to the cleaners, you know? Something that we ourselves have to learn to get better at, right? We have to learn how to. So Biden is I was wrong. I was wrong when it comes to Biden. Completely wrong. I didn't want Biden at all. At all. But given the climate in America today, I am now convinced that more than likely, a brother who is a neoliberal like Biden was the only one who could pull this off, given the work that is left to do by progressives to bring everybody into the fold. And I think tonight, within a landslide, we've never seen voting like this before. If I am right, and I think I am, and I think many of you are who believe in this landslide theory, I think what we're going to see is deep within the hearts of a lot of Americans they're going to see that, this is what we have got to have. For those of us progressives that are going out there and beating the pavement for Biden, it's not out of, a lot of people say, you're settling. It's not out of settling. It's out of moving forward. So if you're a progressive out there right now that's sitting down thinking you're not going to go out there and vote, if you're going to go out there and think, well, I don't like Biden and I don't like Trump, thinking that for some reason I'm not going to vote, you've got hours. In most places, you've got 4 more hours to vote. Some places, 3 more hours to vote. If you're listening to my voice, if somebody is listening to me who needs to give a friend, a progressive friend, or some friend that doesn't think Biden is a choice, and because you're just not into Biden. I am not into Biden, and I am into campaigning the holy hell for Biden. I'm into voting and trying to get as many people as I can to go vote for Biden. Biden is a good man, by the way, people. Biden is a good guy. He's a neoliberal, but he's a good guy. He cares about people. He's a good guy. He cares about people. He's a very good guy. He's not what we want ultimately. But even some of the people that represent what we want ultimately are just not as good of a guy as Biden is. I just love the guy. I don't want him to, I just love the guy. I love the guy even with, he's this older guy that used to have certain kind of racial problems and all these other problems that really came into being. I mean, I've spoken a lot when I write my blogs and I look up all this history, I've spoken about all this history, but all of us have history. All of us do. Nobody's a saint. Nobody's pure. Nobody's any of that. We are just humans, damn it. We're just humans, right? That's why, people say, hey, why the hell do you talk to all them right-wingers? Why do you talk to the people on the right? Because we're going to need everybody. And not only that, people on the right ain't all that different. I don't know if you ever sat down and had a long conversation with folks on the right. I do all the time. They're not all that. I was about to say they're not all that bad. The truth of the matter is they're not bad at all. People talk about, they support a guy who puts people in cages. Evangelicals support him. I hate that evangelicals support this guy. I have relatives that are evangelicals who are supporting this guy. And what is interesting is how effectively their preachers have made the case. And I sit down there sometime in awe and say sometimes, damn, how do I counteract the effectiveness of what your faith leader, who you believe him, telling? And then you realize something that is important that Republicans know quite a bit better than progressives and Democrats. And that is, you first have to get people to want to listen to you. And the only way you get that there right is first listening to people. So that's why if you take a look at our room right now, you see a lot of people that put knives in my back, sneers and all that kind of stuff. They cuss me out. They lie about me. They do all of that right here on my board. Right here. To which I then say, people say, throw them out. So no. Because one of my expectations as well is by giving folks that opportunity to say what they want to say and see the reaction that they themselves will change and say, damn, just maybe I'll give you the honor of listening to you. Let me salute my people in the room. A lot of people just came in. Michael Rudnin, welcome aboard. Lisa S, welcome aboard. Mike, I called you already, Michael Rudnin. Rhonda McElnan, welcome aboard. Let's see. Dennis McLaughlin, welcome aboard. John Cotter, welcome aboard. Love you, John. John is our pilot. I know, John, you are sitting down on pins now. Don't do it, brother. We're gonna have a big win today, brother. We're gonna have a big win. Okay, Deborah M. Fesari, thank you so kindly for being here. Daniel Ledo, thank you for being here. Let's see who else is here. Trish Robinson, welcome, Trish. Sometimes we got to do a one-on-one interview so you can tell people your story if you're up to doing that at any time, because you're a wonder, my friend. Dennis McLaughlin, I think I called you. Michelle Weaver, welcome aboard. Williams, welcome aboard. We have people from every platform: Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, every single one's here. Aussie Nobody. Don't ever call yourself Aussie_nobody. Say, Aussie, I'm somebody. Okay, let's see who else is. Yeah, I'm playing with you, Aussie. You know I got to do that. Jaime Fernandez, welcome aboard. Rod Valencia, welcome aboard. Alan Cat tweets, and welcome aboard, and thank you for that super chat. He says, thank you for all your hard work. It's my honor, sir. That is what I was put on earth for doing my second chapter. Joseph Paniskzin, welcome aboard. You know, I tell you, you know who really works hard? And I should have kept the video up. There's this woman that came on MSNBC. And she, by the way, if anybody want to call in, I'm going to put the number on the screen. There's this young lady on MSNBC. And she went to vote. And she took 5 people to vote with her. And somebody told her somebody needed a ride. She didn't know this guy from anything. And she went ahead and got this guy and brought him in the car and said, I had to bring the guy to vote. She brought somebody she didn't know to vote. Then, of course, she said, I had to spray down my car because I don't know. It's COVID time. You know, you can't do these things, but I want to do what's right, but I also want to stay safe. And she did that. Bruce Pollard says, let's start with local Texas policy to fix separating families on the border and getting them back together or joined with a U.S. host, a SAP. Yes. Yes. Y también sí. We got to do that. We definitely got to do that, brother. I think I saluted Trish Robertson. Rod Valencia, I think I got you. Raynard Blake, welcome aboard. Alex AR, welcome aboard. Mary Carelli, welcome aboard. Let's see. If I miss you, just drop me a line. Neil Leon, welcome aboard. And Susan Fauch. Actually, the first message that came out today was Susan Fauch. Thank you so kindly for being here. John Carter says, hoping for a big win, not only at the top, but all our wonderful. You know, in Harris County, we are going to do great. Harris County, all those judges are going to win big. Everything down the road. You know, I can't talk about how proud I am of Lina Hidalgo and Chris Hollins. These are 2 young millennials. One of them the age of the most powerful political woman in this county is a 29-year-old Latina, I think originally from Colombia. I can't talk about how proud I am of that young lady. She has to be reelected. She came on the job. She learned. She started to effect change. And along with Chris Collins, look, when I say it's time for us to start having these young people take over, these are the kinds of things that I'm talking about. He revolutionized voting in Harris County. We started with Diane Trotman allowing everybody to vote anywhere in the state, and then he just took it over. I mean, you can't ask for more. As well, Lina Hidalgo, wonderful. It is just great. And this is what we should have all over the country. All these young people taking over. Let's see. Bridge MCP says, Egberto, watching your test run was so cool. So much work you must put into this show. Damn, was glad. Yeah, we were. Well, you know, and funny today, Bridge, we're doing 2 shows today, man, because we're doing this one that I got to do every day, 3 o'clock. Come on, man. You guys are my members. If I promise 5 shows a week, unless Unless I'm on a ventilator or something, we're gonna get 5 shows a week, damn it. But KPFT, one of the producers at KPFT called me and said, Berto, we want to kind of get a range and do something for election night. I'm going to get some videos with people who are going to do some singing and all of that. He hasn't given me all the videos, and we only have like 2 more hours to set up. But anyhow, he's going to give me all these things, and we're going to put it all together. And he's doing a wonderful job in getting the videos out, getting the people. So, we're going to have a show today, and I'm going to do my normal talking. As you know, I always do my normal talking. So we'll have a good show today, and I'll be watching the returns, etc. And I'm going to be trying, if something looked like it's going a little bit negative, I'm going to try to keep people on the positive thing. Rudden says, I figured you'd have a late night show today to see if there's cheating going on. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be good. Giant Meteor 2020 winning. Really? What is that? Louis Campo, whatever that means. Anyhow, folks, if you are on YouTube, please consider joining our posse. Click that join button. We're at almost a halfway point. So go ahead and consider clicking that join button. Become a member so that I can say, hey, new member just came out. Just like I just called out our good friend who who just gave us a great super chat, Alan Cat Tweets. Also, please consider, and let me put the book. I didn't put the book on the screen because I didn't want to cover your president's face. So I didn't put my book up today, but I'm going to cover the president's face for just a little bit. Just a little bit. So please consider getting my book. It's worth it. How to talk to your right-wing relatives, friends, and neighbors. And how do you get that? I'm going to put that link in the screen right now. So that link is now I think it's on all the networks right now. Well, it just got to YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Let's see if it's going to get to Facebook. It hasn't gotten to Facebook yet. But anyhow, so that link that I just put there, that is how you can go ahead and get the book. You can also, if you want me to sign the book, assuming you want it, I don't know. If you want me to sign the book, buy it directly from our store, which is at politicsdoneright.com/store. politicsdoneright.com/store. That is how you can get the libro. Hey, look who's on. My daughter, it was worth covering up his face. Ha ha. My sweet daughter is on with me. Hey, babe, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Anyhow, she's in D.C., folks. She's in med school. That's my baby. Anyhow, going on, continuing. Yes, anyhow, you can get the book at the store. You can also support us via Patreon. Don't forget that. politicsdoneright.com/Patreon. politicsdoneright.com/Patreon. And you can also support us via PayPal. I love PayPal too. Look, anything that supports the show, I go for. You can go ahead and go to politicsdoneright.com. Let's see, that is politicsdoneright.com/PayPal. That is politicsdoneright.com/PayPal. Okay, folks, let's continue. Look, I had some videos prepared. And then, as Bridge MCP was telling you, we're working on the KPFT show that we're doing. I was working with Avi Kumar today, and we're doing that. And guess what I did? I accidentally deleted the damn thing. And it wasn't only that I deleted it, I hit the control key while I deleted it, which means it's gone. Unless I get something to resuscitate it, and I didn't have the time to do that. Okay, Charlie Lindahl on Twitter. Sorry, you're on Periscope, Charlie. I know where you're at. I know where you're at, buddy. Sé dónde estás. Okay, I actually had a show today, and I got into my rant and couldn't shut up. And not one of you guys said, Egberto, shut the hell up and tell us what the show is about. All right, let's get to the show. Imagine the whole half damn hour and I didn't get to the show. Okay, here we go. Trump seems defeated as Biden continues to energize massed crowds in Pennsylvania. Today is election day. Are the polls on point? Will Biden beat Trump? Let's talk about the future. Oh, I've got people. Okay, I'm coming to you now, 469 and then Charlie. You guys hold right there. I'm coming to you guys right now. So here are the topics we want to talk about. And those of you that are on the phone right now, I want you to think about these. These are the topics for today. The COVID-19 pandemic devastated America. How would a Biden administration differ from Trump? Second one, America is already a sick country with a large population with pre-existing conditions. COVID-19 will add millions more with pre-existing conditions. Who best can give us an acceptable solution? Third, economic opportunity requires work. Not every leader has the empathy to understand that. Fourth, every worker should be unionized. Hell, corporations have unions. They call it by a different name. If we are to take the country, we will have to ensure that the worker has more leverage so that the likes of Jeff Bezos will do them. Anyhow, folks, I always forget to look left, which is where the phone system is. So 469, you are on first. Come on in, 469, talk to me. 469, you're on. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure it's not me that's shutting things down. Oh, it's me shutting things down. Okay. 469, are you there? 469, are you there? Okay, let me see if I am missing some. Bear with me. Let me see if I can, if this is me or not going wrong. Let me let me change something here, 469. Don't move anything. Let me just make sure it's not me. Are you there, 469? Hello. Okay. Let me go to the right audio devices and see what's going on here. All right. Let's try another audio device and see. 469, are you there? 469, are you there? Not yet. Let's try one other device. Let's see if I can get her in from. Okay, I tell you what, 469, I'll keep you there and see if it's you or it's Lindahl. Lindahl, come on in. Charlie, come on in. Are you there? Charlie. I see your video on the screen, Charlie. I can't hear you though. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Folks, every now and then we have this. Charlie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here.
Talk to me.
This is Charlie.
This is Charlie.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Good.
All right. By the way,
I'm
I'm the mysterious 469 there. Hold on just a minute. Now
So,
I'm
Charlie,
moving
why
on.
did you call me 2 times, brother?
Let's speak. You should be hearing me.
Okay,
hold on. I'm still working on
every
it.
now and then we have this. Charlie, are you there?
Hold on.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm here. Just a minute. Just a
This
minute.
is Charlie. Can you hear me?
Let
Yes,
me
I
get
can.
this.
Good. Good.
Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
well, Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Charlie. Talk now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I called you on the phone and I called you on the Zoom, and I was on hold on both of them.
Okay, talk to me, my brother. Talk to me.
Just real quick. Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Okay. Good. I think we're there. I just wanted to point in that I put in the okay.
Charlie, there may be some background and stuff. Just keep talking and then let us know what you know. There may be some background happening. Just keep talking.
I'll keep going.
There's a 30-second delay, so you have to just use one thing. Don't forget about the audio that you're seeing on the screen.
I'm waiting, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that I was putting the Twitter link. I put in the Twitter link.
Excellent. I think right now we're having some issues with the communication, Charlie. Let me see. I think what you need to do is only go through Zoom. Don't go through your telephone at all. Just go through Zoom, and that way you will be in sync with me. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
The phone is off.
Okay, so you should be able to hear me if you're talking through Zoom, you should be able to hear me fine. I tell you what, I don't want to hold this up for the rest of the people that are listening, Charlie. So let's go ahead and just type this in for me. I'll figure out what's wrong with the audio. It's probably some setup. I had some setup issues last night when I did it. It's probably just one of those things. So let's go ahead and do that some other time. So I'll fix that for the other time, and let's continue with the people, and let's talk over the chat just to make sure that we can keep going with the program. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyhow, folks, this is not. I don't think that is Charlie's fault. That is probably my fault. I think what happened is, as we were setting things up, we were moving a lot of things around, and there are 2 different circuits and 3 different channels, all that good stuff that goes on. Anyhow, I'm gonna start covering these particular topic. The first topic was the COVID-19 pandemic devastated America. How would a Biden administration differ from Trump? The first thing that we need to talk about when we talk about these issues, right? Yeah, I got it, Charlie. It's my fault. We'll fix it later. Here's the deal. Right now, Donald Trump is attempting to, the way that the people advertise this. Oh, we are going to throw away healthcare, whatever. Look, no president really is going to throw away healthcare per se, right? What they can do, however, is make it difficult for the average American citizen and how they get the healthcare. So here's what, as far as you having to tell your people, right? Donald Trump knows nothing about healthcare. We know that. Donald Trump knows nothing about healthcare. As far as Biden is concerned, he worked with other senators and President Obama on seeing all the intricacies of healthcare. Now, here's the thing: they didn't do it the best, because they brought all the people to the table. It's called them. What do they call all the people when you bring them to the table? All the there's a word that you use for that. Not instigators. All the people that would be affected by healthcare. They brought the hospitals, they brought the healthcare, they brought the drug companies, they brought the insurance. Everybody was around the table, right? Everybody's looking for their piece of the action. The truth of the matter, though, it's none of them. Stakeholders, I tell you, I got the smartest people listening, man. Thank you, brother. Exactly. Stakeholders. That's what I mean. You have all these stakeholders they brought to the table. The problem is that all stakeholders are not equal, right? Ask yourself a question about medicine. When you go to a doctor, let's say a doctor that has a big, thriving private practice, and you go in there for something. You go in there because you have a sore throat. And you sit down, and that doctor, with his experience, he goes ahead and he looks down your throat and he figures, you just have allergies or whatever. What he would normally do is give you a pill that controls allergies and send you home. But if you own a private practice and you have a building that the rent has to be paid, and you have employees who have to talk to other insurance companies that have to be paid, and you have all these other bills that you have to pay, a $50 visit ain't going to do it for you. And you know what? The doctor has to survive. The doctor has to keep the practice open, right? So what has to happen then? The doctor has to he has to make you a large source of income. Is he doing the wrong thing? Yes. Is it the right thing for him? Yes. You go to a dentist these days. I don't know about you guys, but in the old days, you go to a dentist and they find a cavity. They drill the cavity a little bit because the cavity is not too bad, and they fill it with some sort of a filling, whether it's silver or whether it's cement, epoxy, whatever. You go to a dentist today and you have a little toothache, or you have a little hole in a tooth. That is an immediate reason for a root canal and a cap. Something that would have costed $70 in today's money now costs $1,200. Why? Because that is how a private system works. Now, if this guy were selling stuff to put in your car, right? In other words, a stereo for your car. If he was selling all these different kinds of things, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with you changing, there's this thing called you charge whatever the market can bear. In other words, you can charge whatever somebody is willing to pay you for. But if you got a hole in your teeth or a hole in your gut, an ulcer or something, whatever the market can bear is whatever the hell you can afford, total your house even, because it's private. So what we fail to do many times is we fail to make the case as to why private healthcare makes no sense. And it's not that the people within private healthcare are bad. It's just that it's the wrong model. It's a model that says, I have to pay these bills and you are the raw material. And to pay these bills, I have to extract it all from this raw material. We didn't make that case during the election, the primary, as we should. We didn't. It takes time to do that. One of the reasons that I have a show like this and many other friends are having programs like this is we are hoping to seed the internet. And let's see, exactly. Now, Nanette, I get that. You know, the private ones that we have here right here in town, and several others. I'm sorry. When you go ahead and see what happens, it's just amazing. That's what they do. Now, your doctor that you work for, I mean, I would love to interview that guy, and I would love to talk to that guy because he would be somebody that others, you know, when they go to their conferences, you know, that's what they learn, by the way. You can go on the internet right now and talk and look up, type dentistry maximizing income. Think about that. Just do that. Dentistry maximizing income. There are all kinds of programs that you can take on how to extract more out of your client, the person who needs the healthcare. So I mean, these are a whole lot of things that we have to really be talking about in the long run. And what we have to do is first instruct, teach, make the case without being too judgmental, and really, really trying to get to where people are. Make the case with the example. Make the case with the example. And when we get there, then we can make the other changes. And that's one of the reasons that I say Biden, when I say I was wrong, when I said I was wrong, that's why I said Biden was the right person for the job. Let's see. Unique View, YouTube. No, it's a progressive channel, but there are a number of Trump viewers. Egberto accepts them all. You bet your life. I love all the viewers, man. I mean, you can't be talking to the choir all the time. We're gonna need Tank 28, and we're gonna need Ledo and all these guys when we are making changes. We're gonna need all of that. Okay, so I wasn't complete with the talk to the Baylor College of Dentistry folks in Dallas. They have rural programs for lower incomes that has been running for over a decade. Nanette says, pretty staunch Republican, though. There are many elective cosmetic surgeries that boost the bottom line of dentistry. Yeah, true. Cleaning, whitening teeth, maybe something that I need, and straightening teeth, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to have perfect straight teeth. I see all those people on TV with perfect straight teeth, and it's like, wow, you know, I'll never have it. But anyhow, second topic. America is already a sick country with a large population with pre-existing conditions. COVID-19 will add millions more to pre-existing conditions. At the time that we are starting to talk about changing a lot of the things with the Affordable Care Act, one of the things that the president did, right, was to remove the mandate. The mandate was something that originated from a conservative think tank called the Heritage Foundation. And the truth of the matter is, I am not personally even against the mandate. I'm not against it at all. Hey, leave my polished head alone, brother. I'm not against the mandate, right? I do believe everybody should have a stake in healthcare. We all pay for, we all pool our monies for healthcare, and whoever is unlucky enough to get sick, they get taken care of completely. That is what having healthcare as a right means. It means we all pay taxes, whatever we can afford, and whoever of us are unlucky to get sick, we're cared for. Wow, that's nothing strange. Is it socialized medicine? Call it whatever the hell you want to call it. But it's something that works. It's something that works. But when you have a bifurcated system where you have all these different insurance companies fighting for you, a lot of the money goes into fighting for you. A lot of the money goes into a whole lot of other things that aren't really of serving you medically, helping you. Now, when it comes to what Donald Trump is going to do, Donald Trump, again, with the people that he surrounded himself with, the perfect answer for them is to use the market. Let the market dictate things. Yes, I think having healthcare should include dental. It should include your eyes. Hell, without teeth, you can't eat. Without eating right foods, you can't get nutritional value into your body. Without nutritional value in your body, you get sick. And when it comes to the eye, it's the same thing, right? So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. Okay. Economic opportunity requires work. Not every leader has the empathy to understand that. You know, you listen to Donald Trump talk about the stock market. Oh, the stock market is doing very well, so everybody else is doing very well. You know, the stock market is doing well. Look at how much Jeff Bezos has made. Jeff Bezos have made over $100 billion, I think, over the last few months during the pandemic. You ask yourself, what did he do to deserve that? I don't know. Does anybody want to tell me why Jeff Bezos, who owns a large chunk of Amazon, deserve $100 billion? I would love to know. The people that do the work, everything that Jeff Bezos has, right? If you think about it, think about every rich person that's sitting in their empire on the top of that skyscraper. I want you to think about that person. They're an executive. They're sitting on the top. They own all this money. They're sitting at the top. I want you to ask a very important question. How did they make the money that they have? Think about it. How did they make the money that they have? And people like to say things like, they were ingenious. They thought about the idea. They did this and they did that. And I always go back, and for the new people here, I always go back and tell the story about one click. Amazon patented one click. I didn't think you could patent that stuff. One click says, hey, you come to my website and with one click you can buy a product. Well, I created a product long time back in the 90s, I think it was. One click. And when I was about to go ahead and put it out, right, I started looking at patents and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't looking for a patent for me. I just wanted to make sure nobody was going to sue me. Found out that one click was owned by Amazon. So they always talk about the free markets and all of that kind of stuff, right? The free market wasn't all that free because I sure couldn't release that product or build that product. So, I mean, understand that the things that we've learned about economics are not true. And a lot of the people that are voting for Trump don't quite understand that, number one, he's no economic genius. Yeah, Tank, I love you, Tank 28, you know that. I'm going to change you into a progressive brother. Anyhow, although right now you're trolling me, stop trolling. Anyhow, what people don't understand, right, is Donald Trump wasn't an economic success. Donald Trump was a success of privilege. And Donald Trump is a president of privilege. No other president that I know, meaning of the type Barack Obama is, would have gotten away with the things that he gotten away with. And it simply has to do with the privilege that he has. Nothing more, nothing less. So he doesn't understand the working man. He doesn't understand what it takes to get a job, to make a job, how to best make somebody successful. He doesn't know that. And it's reflected in his economy. It is absolutely reflected in the economy. And lastly, every worker should be unionized. People, there's this document that I write. If you go to my website, egbertowillis.com, please visit. Please search Powell Memo, Powell Manifesto, any one of those keywords. Because this document was created to dumbify Americans, right? It was created so that you wouldn't want unions. It was created so that you would believe unions are bad. Just like it was created to let you believe government is bad. The funny thing about it is that number one, government is you the people. So if government is bad, you are bad. And they like to try to create that separation between government and the people. Government and the people. Today we're going to teach them a different lesson, right? We're going to teach them a different lesson today. Government is the people, right? But so when it turns out that we talk about making unions and government anathema to people, we have to remember that unions are the people who make them up. It simply gives the people the power of more than one. And the same thing is government, right? We ask government, we create government to serve us. If we allow government to go on a tangent and not serving us, whose fault is that? If we were somehow magically to go against the polls and re-elect Donald Trump, whose fault is it? If we somehow magically elected this guy, who's I want everybody in our, Mike Cizek is a frequent person here, as well as Ledo and a few others, Eric Echeverria, our conservatives. And they all say that Donald Trump is going to win in an electoral landslide today. Notice now they're saying, at first they were saying landslide. Now they're saying electoral landslide. And the reason they're saying electoral landslide now is that they know that there will be a popular landslide. Probably 6 million people more or more will vote for Biden. But they have to say electoral landslide because in a country where we're not really democratic, where we are still living under the privilege of a group of men who decided to neuter the people. And if you notice, it's the places with a lot of land where most of the power a lot of the power come from in this country. That's where it's at. So it's interesting, but there will be no. Don't let those words fool you. I sat down and watched Sean Hannity a couple days ago. I watched Sean Hannity a couple days ago, and I was not shocked. But I understand where the likes of and Mike Cizek may not be a Sean Hannity watcher or whatever, but I know where he get his news. And the funny thing about it is they are convincing. Their people actually believe that Donald Trump is winning in all these states. They do believe it. They genuinely believe that Donald Trump is winning. And their passion and their surety a lot of times scares progressives and Democrats. It's like, do they know something we don't? They don't know something you don't. The truth of the matter is most of the American people don't want Donald Trump. Punto y final. They don't. They don't want Donald Trump. That is a fact. So, they, however, are convinced of this, and many times they put doubt in the minds of many, and sometimes putting that doubt in the minds of many freezes them. I want to tell people, don't be frozen. Take it to the cleaners. All right, we still have 3 more hours or so for people to vote. Please, folks, go out there and vote. We're coming to the end of the program. I got to go prepare for our next program, but I want to tell you something. I thank you so kindly for being here. I really appreciate all of you that have showed up today, that will show up later on tonight when we have our other program. I don't even know all the things that we're going to have on the program because I haven't gotten the whole list of stuff yet. So I thank you for being here. I ask you once again, if you're on YouTube, please click that join button. Consider joining and becoming a part of our posse. That book on the screen, I ask you to kindly get that book. Getting all our books actually helps the program altogether. But that is I just put the Amazon link for the book. I'm going to also put the store link where you can get all our stuff. If you're on YouTube, you can see all the clothes, the clothes with Politics Done Right that we sell. Clothes, hats, mask, all that stuff is on the store on YouTube. But if you want to go ahead to get things at our store, and at our store you can get things like our book. It's worth it. how to talk to your right-wing relatives, friends, and neighbors. You can also get our As I See It, Class Warfare, the only resort to right-wing doom. And you know, I've had my weight problems in the past, and I've knocked it out. And how I did it, lose weight and be fit now. So check out the books at our store. I think I put the store link in there already. So check it out. Let's see where we go from there. Click join to become a member. Consider becoming a patron, and I'm putting that in one more time. And also, you can also support us via PayPal. I have a long day. And go brush your teeth. Egberto, was my teeth that damn dirty, man? I try to brush it, but hey, what can I say? Anyhow, Charlie, behave yourself. Let me give a last shout out to everybody else. Linda E., welcome aboard. I don't think I gave you a shout out. And Charlie, I don't think I gave you a shout out. So here's your shout out, Charlie. And let's see who else. Mike Cisak, I don't think I gave you a shout out. So shout out to Mike Cisak. Nanette Bird Smith, I don't think I gave you a shout out. So there you are, Nanette. And who else? I got a long night ahead of me, and I had a long night last night. Let's see. I think I got everybody else. If I missed you, forgive. Skinny Sam. I don't think I got Skinny Sam. Are you a real skinny Sam? All right, good name. WK Mugget 8806. Welcome aboard as well. Smells Like Corn Chips is here with us. Jesus Christ is here with us. Tank 28228 is here. And let's see who else is. QAnon. Come on, guys. You know we don't do that here. We only deal with reality. And I think I got it. Deborah M. Feza Reed. I think I got you already. Smells Like corn chip. I think I got you. All right, folks. I got to get the hell out of here because Unique View. I didn't see you. Welcome aboard. And Raynard Blake. Welcome aboard. And let's see. All right. I think I got everybody. If I didn't call your name, throw it down to the bottom. I'm scrolling down to the bottom. James, welcome aboard. Trump will win is what you say. Not a chance, but we'll see. And I'll be the first going to say, well, I don't know how I got it wrong. If for some crazy reason I fail to see it right. But anyhow, look, guys, thank you so kindly for having been here on Politics and Right. My name is Egberto Willies, and you know how I get out of here. I am what? Out! We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.